Oh, the 88, Dylan LeBeau, shuts down on the bottom of the racetrack. He might be smelling blood in the water and dropping to the back on his own, or he's got an issue and will pull off the speedway. So we'll see here. He will stay out there. Dylan LeBeau going to drop to the back, it appears. Matt Montanari and Danny Fry going to lead us to the green. 25 laps for the Sportsman. Here they come. Good looking field of cars. So the green flag, and it's Danny Fry, the 12 with the lead. George Alexander jumps into the second spot. Some 3 wide in the middle of the field. Jason Bartram out of shape off 2. Gathers it up, keeps her going. Down the front straightaway. Lap 1 in the books. It is Danny Fry showing the way. We got Russ Moore going around off turn 4. Yellow is out. Russ Moore spins the 39. Russ didn't hit anything, gets it righted, and I believe that lap did get it in before the yellow was called. It did, so 1 lap complete for Danny Fry in car number 12. They wanted to choose the last time, and they're all going to stay where they were, so these drivers are making their decision here. And Russ Moore will come back out. Race leader, Danny Fry up on the outside with a 63. George Alexander to his inside. The lights are down on the Daytona Dodge American Auto pace car. We'll try this again. A lazy green, yellow flag is back out. So they called off the restart.
Tighten it up, guys. Bumper to bumper. Tighten it up. Close it up. Close it up. Bumper to bumper. Let's go, guys.
Sean's down there getting you sitting down there.
Field is set. We'll try this again. 1 lap in the books for the Sportsman. 25 lapper, green flag back in the air. Good jump on the outside for Danny Fry. Rest of the field able to get through 1 and 2. Outside lane. Oh, James McKay up into the air. Ron Whaley, I believe, caught a piece of the wall as well. McKay catches a piece of the wall, goes up on 2 wheels for a moment. Wild ride for James McKay in the 32. Ron Whaley, yeah, there you go. He got a piece of it as well. Lights are down on the pace car. We're going to try this again here, folks. A tough start to this 25 lapper for the Sportsman. Leader Danny Fry up on the outside. George Alexander on the inside. Field stacks him up coming off to number 4. Green flag back in the air. Outside lane gets the jump. Danny Fry in that light blue number 12 at the front of the field with Steve Barnes in tow in car number 58. George Alexander not getting a good restart here. Oh, 33 car up into the wall. Keeps it going. Turn number 2, treacherous here tonight for the Sportsman. Danny Fry the leader. Here comes the field down the front straightaway. A lot of concrete dust in the wheel wells of car number 33. Battles on for 3rd. Matt Montanari in the 1. 6 is Jimmy Frazier, that red machine. Travis Devendorf and Matthew Green from last to 6th in 2 laps. Are you kidding me? Whoa, and he's sideways off the corner. Matthew Green in the 75 from dead last to 6th. Matthew Green in the 75, looking at the inside of the 7 as they come off the corner. And George Alexander fading backwards now in the 63, restarted 2nd, and he's faded back outside the top 10 at this point as Chris Foley gets by, LeBeau trying to get by. Jimmy Frazier for 3rd, Matthew Green to the back of the 7. Danny Fry continues to pedal away with a race lead. Whoa, almost contact here in the front, straight away with the 1 and the 6. Devendorf shoots down on the bottom of Matt Montanari. Montanari in the 1. Devendorf in the 7. Side-by-side battle for 4th. Devendorf on the bottom. That'll open the door for Matthew Green to try to follow through. Whoa, contact with Matthew Green and Matt Montanari. They get sorted out, and here comes Blake Clouser now in the 16. Clouser to the outside of Matthew Green for position on the back straightaway. Battle heating up for second. Jimmy Frazier in the 6. All over the back of the 58 of Steve Barnes, former champion. Some pretty significant right front damage on the 75 of Green as he goes back to work on the 1 of Matt Montanari. He's wrinkled up the fender of the 1 car pretty good. Matthew Green drives to the inside of the 1, slides it sideways off the corner. Look at this great battle here. Matthew Green in the 75 having a whale of a time getting by the 1. Matt Montanari. Matthew Green aggressive into turn number 3 down the bottom of the track. Battle heating up for second now with Frazier and Barnes. Hunter Slayton, heat race winner, trying to get back up to the front of the field. Matthew Green around Matt Montanari. He's up to 5th. Battle's on for second. Frazier on the bottom. Barnes on the outside. Barnes in that 58 car. Now side by side with Jimmy Frazier. A couple of Chad Pierce cars side by side for second. Jimmy Frazier, a surprise entry here today, up into the 2nd spot behind track regular Danny Fry. Oh, Devendorf is off the pace in the 7. Travis Devendorf, top 5 car, off the pace, heartbreaker for the youngster tonight. Devendorf will nurse that car to pit road, 11 laps complete. Dylan LeBeau going to work on George Alexander off turn number 2, 4 position. And Jimmy Frazier up on the wheel in car number 6, trying to close in on Danny Fry's number 12. Danny Fry, one of the top point drivers. Has some hard charging cars coming behind him as we're about halfway done. 12.5 complete out of 25. George Alexander in the 63 fading backwards now. Danny Fry leads us to 13. Contact the 33 and 63 around in turn 4. Jason Bartram hard on the binders to get it woed up. Ron Whaley and Russ Moore going to get through. Get it woed up to get through. So this is going to make it really interesting. And a bunch at the field at the halfway mark. Danny Fry to the outside. Frazier to the inside. Matthew Green going to go to the inside, as is Hunter Slayton. That inside lane is going to be very interesting here, folks, as the drivers have made their decisions. Getting ready for the restart. Jimmy Frazier on the inside, a race leader. Danny Fry in the inside doesn't get going. Matthew Green jacks up Jimmy Frazier outside lane with momentum. Oh boy, the 12, Hunter Slayton on the inside. Here comes Phil Jakes, who gets hooked up with Matt Green. Stack up off turn number 2 with Matt Green. Steve Barnes able to take second away for a moment. Frazier going to fight back. Matt Green may have a problem. The 75 up the racetrack. And will it draw a yellow? It will. Matthew Green, oh, the yellow fixed it. Might have a tire down on car number 75. Yeah, tires may be up, but they are taking a look at the race car. So Matthew Green's number 75 to the pits. He'll have to go to the back of the field here with 14 laps complete. Now, he made some contact. He and Phil Jakes got stacked up off turn number 2, and then Green's car up the racetrack, and they are bringing a new sneaker, perhaps to the right front. So he might have knocked the valve stem off, and tires slowly going down, perhaps. Danny Fry to the outside, Barnes to the inside, Montanari inside, Hunter Slayton. You got to keep your eye on the 12. The Boytech prepared machine creeping his way towards the front. 33 ran it over. He's at the back anyway. think the car we got to watch now is the black number 12 for Hunter Slayton. Hopping a ride in the Boytech house car tonight. Car that Derek Griffith, former Super Late Model World Series champion, drove to victory lane here in February. So here we go. Sportsman ready to settle at 11 laps to go. Green is out. Good even restart this time. Keep your eye on Matthew Green. I don't think he's done passing cars in that 75. Look at Steve Barnes trying to wrestle it away. Welcome back to that. Oh, Jimmy Frazier out of shape. They stack up backstretch. Somehow, some way, they sort it out. Man, they stack up in the middle of the field. Jason Bartram picking up a few spots in that purple car. Well, that stack up really hurt the momentum of the 77 of Phil Jakes, who had a good run up into that point. Blake Clouser now under attack from the 16, or the 6 of Jimmy Frazier. 58, 12, 12, the top three. Steve Barnes, first time back in a while. Oh, Blake Clouser all the way to the wall. These guys are racing like mad out here for the lead. Barnes under attack from the 12s. Hunter Slayton trying to get to the outside of Danny Fry's number 12. 58 leading a pair of 12s. Then it's back a few car lengths to the 6 of Frazier. Blake Clouser up into the top 5. And Dylan LeBeau, he dropped to the back at the beginning of the race, trying to break into the top 6 now as he goes to the outside of Matt Montanari. First ride in the new 88 Sportsman, and he's making it work as the 1 shuts down off turn number 2. Matt Montanari in trouble in the 1. Up front, 18 laps complete for the mad scientist Steve Barnes. Montanari looks like he's going to be able to get the sluggish number 1 off the racetrack, and Matthew Green slicing and dicing through the pack again. Oh, gets a bump from Phil Jakes in 1 and 2. 4-second Hunter Slayton down on the bottom of the track. Slayton in the 12 takes the nose off of Danny Fry's number 12. Oh boy, Danny, oh, flat tire on Hunter Slayton, around he goes, up into the outside wall. Oh, tough break for Hunter Slayton. Might have had the fastest car in the field. And I think his tire got cut with that move off turn number 4 because it just went around. Yellow flag is out with 19 laps complete. Tough break for Hunter Slayton. Might have had the car to win it tonight. He came up in front of the nose of Danny Fry, and I wonder if there was just enough contact with the way these fenders are flared out on some of these cars to cut the tire down. That had all the looks of a tire that went down. Who's going to win the race tomorrow?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch from the back. Who do you think is going to win?
Chase Elliott.
All right. Here you go. I'll let you guys share that. That's from Richmond. There's a bunch of stuff in there, so split it up. Thank you guys for coming. Share it with them. Who's going to win tomorrow?
Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson. All right, that's a good choice. Green flag coming back out here for the Sportsman. Steve Barnes, the leader on the outside. Danny Fry on the inside, going to wrestle the lead back away from Steve Barnes. Danny Fry back out in front. Steve Barnes settles back into second. Oh, Blake Clouser gets sideways. Right up in front of Matt Green. 3 and 4 wide. They scramble down the front straightaway. Matt Green is the ping pong ball, and we got debris on the front stretch. Yellow flag. Debris on the front stretch. Probably off of Matt Green with the way things are going. So scoring showing 20 laps complete. Big piece of debris here on the front straightaway. Yes, and it is off the Matt Green 75. Car starting to look like a modified. Modifieds run twin 50s here next week, not tonight. Giving Steve Barnes the inside lane. Dylan LeBeau goes down to the inside, as does the 16 of Clouser. Matthew Green to the outside. He's going to restart here in the 8th position. He must really feel good about that outside groove. 5 laps to go for the Sportsman in the Sharkbait 25. Here they come. Daytona Dodge American Auto pace car out of the way, and that's a good thing. This field comes back to life, slipping and sliding into one another. Barnes out of control. Corey Crisafoli. Whoa! boy, car wash. And I think Jim Jones got a shower. Did you bring your shampoo, Jim? Caution is out for Corey Crisafulli. The field's stacked up, and when you're 7th, 8th in line, it's usually the end result. Corey's beautiful machine is shortened up, and I think he took out the Sparkle Bright Pools Chew Zone banner. Man, oh man, what a night. Tough break for Corey Crisafulli. A surprise trip to New Smyrna tonight. Not ending the way he wanted it to. All that water from the last couple of days of rain collected down there, and Jim Jones about sick of water. I'll tell you that much right now. And he got a shower down there from Corey Crisafulli. Well, if the ground pounders were staged just a little bit back, they would have gotten a surprise. So now we got to get Corey out of the grass here in the mud.
Not get that lap in, so we're going to stay with the same shoe.
And again, for about the 8th time in this race, we did not complete a lap. We'll go back to the last restart. Rest of the field, George Alexander. You got the 33 Hudson Sharp, 39 Russ Moore, and the 2 are Ron Whaley hanging out in the back, and that might be the safest place to be. Let's see what's going to happen here with 5 laps to go. Danny Fry, Steve Barnes, they're 3 wide again. Barnes does not get going. Second restart in a row that Steve Barnes loses some spots. Frazier follows Fry up the racetrack. Jimmy Frazier with a run off the corner. Danny Fry, track regular, trying to hold off Jimmy Frazier. They are side by side for third. Dylan LeBeau on the bottom, battles with Steve Barnes. Phil Jakes, Blake Clouser into the mix. 2 cars breaking away at the front of the field with 21 laps complete. Frazier with a run off 2. Matt Green dirt tracks it off the corner. Here comes Phil Jakes in the 77. Jakes into the mix now. Danny Fry with a mirror full of Jimmy Frazier. And a gap back third to about 11th, all there together in turn 1. Frazier again has that wedge nose right up into the bumper bar of the 12 as they come off the corner. Dylan LeBeau starting to get swallowed up on the bottom lane for the lead. And around is Russ Moore. Yellow flag going to come out. Russ Moore has gone around in 2. Gets it refired. We'll stack them up and try it again. With 3 to go. Russ Moore has gone around. Jimmy Frazier down on the inside. Barnes going to go to the outside. It'll open the door for Phil Jakes and Dylan LeBeau down on the inside. And Matthew Green, he'll go to the high side back there in row number 3. Down on the inside, Jimmy Frazier, I think, has a pretty good piece tonight. We'll see if he can hang on to it, maybe steal this one with 3 to go. Phil Jakes up to third on the inside row. Steve Barnes on the outside. Field coming back through the gears. Here we go. Back underway. Squeeze play here on the front straightaway. Fry gets away with the lead. They charge into 1. Danny Fry still has the lead. Look at Matthew Green thinking 3 wide. He's got a shot on the bottom. Here comes Matthew Green in the 75. Not done yet. Car 75 charges to third. Oh, spin. Around is LeBeau in the 88. Yellow flag. We'll do it again. Dylan LeBeau gets turned around. And Matthew Green made a whale of a move for nothing. Because we'll go back to the last restart order for the 93rd and a half time tonight. The 75 of Matthew Green apparently has had an issue under caution and got into the inside wall in turn number 3. That's why all those people have gathered over there in process of elimination. Tells us it was the 75. So apparently the 77 of Phil Jakes and the 75 of Matthew Green are both involved down there on the inside of the racetrack. So something transpired under yellow, and maybe Speedway video caught it. But we're just getting the report now. It is Phil Jakes in the 77 and Matthew Green in the 75 down on the inside of the racetrack under yellow coming together. So we will have more information we'll give you more information when we have it. So I appreciate the various reports about what transpired. Apparently, Matthew Green and Phil Jakes went at it under yellow and a wrecked over there in turn number 3. So good night for both drivers gone. Phil Jakes in on the hook. I saw the wrecker go shooting off for 4 and wondered where he was going. He's going to go to the bottom. Danny keeps swapping. Unpredictable. Jimmy Frazier to the outside. I like that move. Now the lights go down on the Daytona Dodge American Auto pace car. Nope, they do not. They go back on. Buggy's still on the backstretch.
Man.
All right, lights are down. 3 laps to go, gentlemen. Let's see who's going to win this thing. Let's see if they can beat Gentlemen to finish it. Danny Fry, the leader, on the inside. He catches the 6 car napping a bit. Green flag is out. Danny Fry fires off. He's got the lead into 1. Steve Barnes trying to hang on to 3rd. Here's Blake Klauser in the 16. Top 2 scooting away. And Ron Whaley hanging out of the back of the field all night. He's going to creep up into the top 5 here as we come to 2 laps to go. Slow car on the back straightaway. We stay green, 2 to go. Battle for the lead. Jimmy Frazier is there. He cuts to the inside, looking low on Danny Fry. He's got a run on him. Fry and Frazier going to be side by side in 3, I believe. Oh, man, Jimmy Frazier's got a run. They slip, they slide, they touch coming off turn 4 to the white. Final lap, Danny Fry and Jimmy Frazier. Will they make it back? Steve Barnes in the catbird seat if it gets interesting. Final trip down the back straightaway. Jimmy Frazier with the nose ahead. Danny Fry fading on the outside. What do? Send it in, side by side. Up the track goes Danny Fry. Coming off turn number 4 to pick up the win. Jimmy Frazier's going to win it. Danny Fry, 2nd, Steve Barnes with a 3rd place finish. And it's Blake Klauser and Ron Whaley. Oh, my. He's climbing out. Let's hear it for Jimmy Frazier, your race winner. Just told by Chad Pierce, this is one of Steve Barnes' old cars, so thought it looked kind of familiar. Jimmy Frazier taking the gloves off, getting the helmet off. We'll get him over here. Try to get him away from the speaker, a little less feedback. What a crazy race. I was kind of telling everybody, you were hanging around, you had a fast car, and kind of liked your position there in that last restart, but you and Danny Fry side by side, door to door, coming to the white flag, and I think you led the last lap there. But man, what a crazy race! Congratulations.
Yeah, the car was good, man. We built this thing in about a month. Me and Chad, it took us 18 full 10-hour days to build this, which is really quick to build a car. And we came here this weekend, didn't make a single setup adjustment, nothing, and the thing's a rocket ship.
It is, and we were surprised to see you here today. It was a pleasant surprise, of course, and what a crazy race. I think you got the cleanest car out here. How'd you keep the fenders on this thing?
Just stay patient. I thought I lost it about midway, about halfway through the race. My shifter linkage fell apart, so I was only able to start in 2nd. I thought we were done after that with all them cautions, but just keep it clean, and patience is key. So.
Well, it's a good thing you had 3 laps and not 2 there at the end. Jimmy, congratulations. Anybody you'd like to thank?
A lot of people. I got to thank KC Fleet Solutions and Kyle Case. I got to thank my dad, Chad Pierce, obviously, for helping me with the car and setting it up. The thing was awesome.
Jimmy, congratulations. Let's hear it for Jimmy Frazier, your race winner. What a race it was. Hell of a race car you had tonight, and you needed it to be 24 laps. Probably felt like 124 tonight. You came up 1 spot short, but awesome performance for you tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A little disappointing. Obviously, we led most of the race, and then at the end, just couldn't quite hold off the 6. He had a good car, got under me. But I'm very proud of everything. The car did great. Driver did all right. Crew did awesome. Got to thank my dad, my wife, my brother-in-law. They came out here and helped. I had the legend Patrick Thomas out here watching, so that's always fun. Just trying to do, Brad May is my really good friend, won his Pro Late model race, and I was trying to win here and try to make it a team effort, but we got close. I'm happy.
Oh, some of the chaos and carnage that happened today, I'm sure, I know you wanted to win this darn thing, but 2nd place and all the fenders on the car is still a good night.
Yeah, I'll take it. We still got some more stuff we can work on, just try and keep getting better every week. But yeah, having the car in one piece and where we can work on handling and suspension stuff makes it a lot easier instead of having to replace body panels. So we're happy about that.
On second, close, runner-up finish in a row, but good points tonight for you.
Yeah, good points night. Good night overall. We struggled a little bit in the heat race, but luck of the draw, we got out front, and we're usually pretty tough to beat when we can get out front. The restarts were hellacious. I tried to do every mix and match and everything I could think of, and Barnes got me on one. I had to fall back behind him and got a little lucky. But I mean, it was a fun night. It was really fun. Just wish there wasn't so many cautions. If we could have just run a little bit more green, I think we would have had it.
Probably would have been the case, but a good run for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Fry brings it home with a strong second place run tonight. And we'll head over here and talk to the third place finisher, returning a mad scientist, Steve Barnes, who had the lead for a little while. And Steve probably didn't want all those restarts either. And Jimmy were kind of switching it up. He'd go inside, you'd go outside. And looks like the last couple of restarts there just weren't in your favor.
Well, I'm really sure there's a box that we're supposed to fire in there.
You're supposed to, yes.
Yeah, that's the key word. Anyway, I was just going where they weren't. So I was better on the outside, spun the tires once and about wrecked the whole field. I managed to save it, but somebody stacked up behind me. I don't know who it was, but I feel bad about that. But I'm just glad to have the thing in one piece. It's been a minute since I've been here, so I'm glad to put it at least in pretty good shape in third place. I feel like we had a chance to win. If we'd have gone green, I think we'd have won. I don't think anybody would have passed us. But then we had 700 cautions, something like that.
Yeah, we had a ton of cars here tonight. So for you to come back out here after some time doing some other things, this has to feel pretty good for you.
It really does. I got to thank Chad Pierce and the whole bunch of hooligans over there at Chad Pierce Motorsports. They did a pretty good job. Richard Griffiths even stepped in tonight and helped out. So I gotta thank those guys for helping out. And I appreciate it. And I gotta put up with all the crazy Puerto Ricans up there that are for letting me do this.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Steve Barnes with a great run tonight in third. Keep your eye on the 58 when he comes back out here. Keep your eye on this 12 car all year long, and if that 6 comes back, it's going to be a heck of a Sportsman field, and we got some stuff going off in turn 2. Looks like we got a rocket launch. I didn't know that was happening, but wild night. We still got 2 races to go.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.